If you've been waiting for the perfect moment to buy or sell, 2026 might be the closest thing that you'll get, but only if you understand these predictions before the market moves. Let's dive into the 2026 Huntsville housing market predictions so you can make the smartest real estate moves this year. Number one, national home sales are expected to climb back to around 4.2 million homes sold. That's about a 5% increase year over year. And Huntsville, I believe, is going to jump about 10% to around 14,000 local sales in Huntsville, Alabama in 2026. Here's the big picture. 4 million homes sold, that is really kind of the historic floor, and that's where we've been for the past 3 years. 5 million homes is a normal market, and then 6 million homes is a boom. So for that last 3 years, we've been at that 4 million homes sold level for the entire nation, but 2026 is gonna be, I believe, the first year that we finally break out of it, as we likely continue to see interest rates in the low sixes. And I think that's going to, again, put us in a 10% increase in pending sales, for Q4 is what we're looking at for 2025. But I think that trend is going to continue with lower interest rates, and I expect that trend, increased pending sales, to continue into 2026. We won't likely see a boom, but I think we are going to see a solid, sustainable rebound. Number two, I believe the data shows that mortgage rates are going to stabilize in the low sixes from around 6% to 6.3% for most of 2026. Now, could we briefly touch the high fives? Yeah, we could, but I don't expect rates to stay there for very long. So here's your strategy. If you see a rate in the fives, definitely lock it in immediately. I also wouldn't hold out for that rate in the fives because it's really unlikely and could cause you to miss out on the right home in 2026. A temporary rate dip, if it happens, will likely bring a surge of buyers and can also push prices higher in 2026. All right, number three, expect steady, really healthy appreciation of about 2 to 3% in the Huntsville area. No huge swings, just a consistent climb that keeps homeowners building equity while also maintaining affordability for buyers as well. Huntsville's really remained one of the most affordable growing cities in the country, with the housing affordability index staying slightly above 100 is what I predict for 2026. We finally got back into that 100 level in late 2025. That means the median household income can still afford the median price range home. That's rare in today's housing landscape across the country, as many major cities are in the 50s to 70 range. A big reason affordability, I believe, stays intact is that local wage growth is expected to outpace home price growth again in 2026, and interest rates are likely to stay lower as well in that low 6% range. On top of all that, the Trump administration is also signaling major affordability initiatives in 2026, including lower mortgage fees, increased lending competition, and all that probably is going to happen as a result of the potential Fannie Mae privatization as well. You might see other products out there like co-investment products to lower upfront costs for home buyers, and then even the portable mortgage, which will allow homeowners to take their ultra low rate with them to their next home. Portable mortgages alone could help reshape the entire real estate market by solving the rate lock-in effect problem that we're having that's trapped in millions of homeowners. So combine all these things with the affordability advantages that make Huntsville one of the strongest markets in the entire Southeast heading into 2026. All right, number five, let's talk about the rental inventory in Huntsville. I believe in 2026, we're going to still face an oversupply of rental inventory, expect higher vacancy rates, really even declining rental prices. We saw that in 2025. I think we're going to continue to see that trend into 2026. Although some of the property managers I'm talking to think it is going to rebound late 2026. But I think we're going to see more pressure on landlords and multifamily property owners to come down in rents and just have promotions to get their units moved. The demand side, I don't really see improving that much in 2026. And then according to Zillow, 63% of renters plan to continue renting in 2026, even if rates drop. That would be a good thing in terms of the rental market, in terms of stability for landlords. But the overall biggest challenge is that homeowners have 40 times the net worth of renters. And so there's a huge wealth gap that's going to be created if these folks continue to stay renting. Homeowners are also more civically engaged, which helps strengthen our local community. At the same time, you're also seeing multi-generational living also rising sharply as well. In the last year alone, 12% of Americans who struggled with affordability moved back home or took on roommates. So expect more of this heading into 2026, more multi-generational purchases, multi-generational renting, and more shared living situations as well. I think that's going to help, unfortunately, soften the demand for rentals as well. This is going to keep vacancy rates high and then also rental pressures high as well on prices as we continue to see downward pressure in 2026. All right, here's your bonus prediction for 2026. Matt Curtis Real Estate remains Alabama's #1 real estate team for the 7th year in a row. We're grateful for the trust that our community has put into us. We're committed to delivering that 5-star service that's our signature 5-star service each and every day into 2026. And if you're thinking about buying or selling in 2026 or just want a personalized game plan based on your goals, give us a call at 256-333-MOVE. Let's help you make the smartest move in one of the most important housing years we've ever seen.